Hey, what's up, y'all? This your boy Andre,
It's your boy Will.
and we are the hosts of
Where there's a will,
There's a Dre.
two back-to-back episodes.
Uh,
Ooh, I
Hey, yo,
told
check it out,
y'all.
y'all. This is gonna be our first non-NBA episode.
All the NBA people, our fans, are gonna leave so fast. I'm like, oh, what is this? What is this crap?
And so you can figure out by, by our gear and by our backgrounds
Mhm.
that we are about to do our first video about Marvel.
hmm About Marvel in itself and the state of Marvel, and then our reactions to the Thunderbolts that came out, I think, this past weekend.
Was that Liam?
Yes. Sorry, guys, in the background. If you hear that, it's a lot of stuff happening over here.
Oh, great, son. So, okay, first off, you know the rules, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, get new notifications every time we drop a video. Please share this video with your networks, help us grow this channel. Let us know what kind of content you want to see from us. Drop those comments, all that good stuff. You know all the rules.
Yep, and don't forget to, like I said, like Cole said, don't forget to share with your friends and share on Facebook, share on Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever it's called now. And yeah, let's get rolling, man. I'm excited.
Now, so for today, Will and I are going to be discussing Thunderbolts. We're going to give our reactions and give a review of the movie. So, needless to say, major spoilers alert. So
Major.
if you haven't watched the movie yet, get out of this video. Now we still want your engagement, so come back later, but we are going to be talking about the movie and probably spoiling some of it. So if you haven't watched it yet, don't watch this video yet.
So please do not. So get off now. We're giving you a couple seconds or 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now it's not sweat.
All right, let's get it. First off, bro, okay. They're back.
What they
Okay.
say about Klay Thompson? He's back.
I mean, like, I won't lie, the way that Marvel closed out with phases 4 and 5, I haven't been super stoked about going to see a Marvel movie. I mean,
Yeah.
there were some movies that kind of sustained it, like, Spider-Man No Way Out and
Mhm.
Deadpool and Wolverine that kind of kept me interested, but all the Disney Plus joints and the movies that were kind of hit and miss, they were
Yeah.
not doing a lot to, keep me pumped about Marvel movies, but Thunderbolts, man, it met and exceeded my expectations.
Yep, yep. I can say the same thing. Like I said, it's been more of a. I think even when you told me, hey, you want to see Thunderbolts, or I think I texted you, want to see Thunderbolts. I was kind of. This was the first time in a while where I didn't feel obligated to see a movie.
Yep.
It didn't feel like a job to go there. Like, oh, Marvel released a movie. Let's see what they can do. Because all the past, it's been, like you just said, past shows and movies, it's felt like it's been so much production, so much stuff put out, and it's just like, man, they just need to slow down, like just relax. It's been so much more quantity over quality with Marvel in the past, and they've kind of been failing at it, and even Deadpool and Wolverine are even taking jabs at it, and Deadpool saying, "I am so tired of the multiverse saga. Can we get on with it?" And I think that's what we are all on right now. We're all tired of it. But I think Thunderbolts definitely fresh air. I wouldn't say it was the best, but I think it was definitely a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Mhm.
Um, and so for the benefit of y'all who have watched it too, so the movie is similar to Suicide Squad to an extent,
Mhm.
in that it involves, a group of ragtag, secondary characters who have their own issues coming into their assembly, but then once they get together, they're trying to achieve a bigger goal, right?
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
pretty similar to, Guardians or Suicide Squad to a greater extent. And but there are some glowing differences between the two different movies too.
Definitely. I'll say with this was better than Suicide Squad to me.
Oh yeah.
Other than, yeah, better than James Gunn, and also James Gunn's fans, don't come for me. Don't come for me. I talked about your savior. And better than the last Suicide Squad for sure with Will Smith in it. But yeah, this was way better than that than those films.
So so the movie basically focuses on different characters who are all dealing with their own issues that have stemmed from other projects throughout the MCU. But they're dealing with, the residual trauma of those issues, and then they have to kind of overcome those to, achieve a greater goal. And
Yeah.
we're not gonna completely spoil it by telling you what the issues
Burn
were
down the
and
movies,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But just know that their major villain is going to be with the introduction of Century, who is completely badass, a little watered down in this movie, but still pretty badass. But he is
He's
ultimate.
like Homelander on 10. Sorry to cut you off. He's like Homelander on 10. But I think I was gonna say something I had in my mind. Um I would say this movie is, if you're going to the movie thinking you're going to get action, a whole bunch of action and a whole bunch of set pieces that are crazy and like a fighting scene with the villain that's at the end, it's not that. I will say this movie is mental health, like it's really just mental health. Like a lot of these characters are dealing, other than Bucky Barnes, which I'll get to that in a minute, for my cons of the movie. Uh, Other than Bucky, these characters are all dealing with mental health. I mean, uh, Walker, what is her name? What was her name? Florence Pugh character.
Yelena.
Elena, uh, the Red Guardian, even Ghost. They're all dealing with some kind of trauma, some kind of mental health, and even the villain Sentry is. If you know anything about Sentry, he's not just Superman, Marvel's answers to Superman. He is a whole bunch more with split personalities and mental health things going on with him. But I definitely think that this movie was really, like I said, a breath of fresh air, because it wasn't just those like, all right, let's just do CGI fight, buildings falling down and different stuff like that. It ended up, and I'll spoil it, because it wasn't anything big. It ended up with all the main characters just hugging. That's all it was.
Yeah.
To fight, to defeat the villain, just hugging. That's all it was. And
Correct.
I really, just a group hug, like, and I really loved that because it was something different. It was something different from what Marvel has done in the past.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because okay, so excuse me. So, Century, for all of his powers and all of his abilities, the Thunderbolts were not able to match that, and they weren't able to defeat him by, going blow to blow.
I mean,
They basically did it by having therapy.
yeah, that's really what it was. Sentry in the comics, like even like the Avengers have a hard time with him. Like even with all their might and strength, it takes World Breaker Hulk to really actually get him down. So he's very like correct. Like he's OP. So it just, yeah, like it goes to show you, like all it takes is just talk. Because I don't think that the main Avengers could handle this situation, and that's what I liked about this film.
Yeah. And make no mistake, I mean, uh the first Avengers team dealt with their own issues. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Tony was dealing with PTSD after the whole wormhole incident with the first Avengers. Steve had to get over losing the love of his life. Rhodey had to overcome being paralyzed. I mean, there were some issues, and don't let me get started on Wanda. I mean,
Yeah.
she got a whole laundry list of problems. So
Yeah.
it also manifested itself there too, but it wasn't like the central theme behind those movies. This one was, and so I think that's one of the things that jumped out right away.
Yeah.
And if I'm being honest, man, like I feel like our video should be like sponsored by BetterHelp right now because
Honestly, this is where you would transition to the sponsor, better help, this and that. Yeah, that would be a good segue.
so BetterHelp, man, if y'all want some sponsorship, then come holler at us. We can use
There's
the.
Wills or Dre. Can we get some money? But yeah, they're definitely, like I said, you're right. They were dealing with issues, but I think those issues, they kind of just like I feel like they dealt with it, but they kind of dealt with it their own type of way. Like I said, when I said like I don't think the main Avengers could handle like handle the emotions on just there's no fight. You can't punch him. You can't like no, you can't solve your way out of that. You gotta just talk. And
Yep.
that's what I really loved. And because this day and age of society, it's a lot of mental health and stuff like that, and a lot of things going out there. And I think that this movie was definitely needed at this time.
Yep. No doubt. I mean,
Yeah.
and we break that down, from character to character. First, of course, Yelena, had to deal with, losing her sister,
Mhm.
and then the trauma that came from, from being a product of the Red Room, all the horrible things that they did as Black Widows,
Mhm.
and her estrangement with, the Red Guardian as her sort of father figure.
Yeah.
John Walker was dealing with his whole, issue going from the rise to the fall of his character as a Captain America substitute.
Yeah.
Rose with her issues, growing up, all the way up into Quantumania, Taskmaster. Like they all had their own
Yes.
issues, and of course Bucky, who was like who in some weird way was the most emotionally stable one of the whole group,
he said, I'm good. I went to therapy. But he went to therapy. He
and
is
it still
good.
didn't really help. So
Yeah, yeah, he's good. But no, I do. Yeah, no, seriously, it's a perfect ragtag team. They don't look like they would work together, but like Suicide Squad, they make it work because they all have these emotions, the issues. I think that Walker, there's a line in the movie, or a bicker in the movie when Walker and Yelena was going at it. Well, they weren't really going at it, but Yelena was kind of like it was in a scene in the movie where they kind of failed, like they got beat the crap out of by Century. They kind of walked down stairs and just like we're just standing. Elena was just like we can't do this. Like she was like just cutting into everybody. You're this, you're that. And you got to Walker, and he was like, all right, hate on me next. And she was like, honestly, I don't even got to. Like you are healing yourself enough. I was like, ooh,
I hit
ooh.
the feels on that one. I was like, ooh.
And he said, even your family know you're a piece of crap. He's like, I know. He's like, oh, yeah, I know. He knows he's a piece of crap. But yeah, yeah, this movie was definitely needed in this climate. And I love the way that they told the story and also ended it. So
Yeah, well, I tell you what, man. I don't think you and I hugged enough after we we left the theater. So,
I'm about to cry. I ain't gonna lie. The scene in the movie where Red Guardian was telling Yelena, he was like, "You lost your light. Like you used to have this light," and she's just like, "Yeah, I know." It's just like crying. I was like,
and then she turned in like, yeah, she started crying a little bit.
started and I was like, "Oh my
I feel
god!" I'm like,
you.
Florence Pugh is going crazy right now. This is a Marvel movie.
I'm like, William, hold me.
I was like, Andre, get the tissues. I was like, "Who put this onion right here?"
Damn onions. I hate onions in a movie theater.
Yeah, but yeah, we were two grown men about to tear up in
I
the
love you,
movie.
William. I love you, man.
We got issues, man. But yeah, man.
All right, so get away from that for a second, though. Going to my next point.
Mhm.
What I love about this movie too, Will, is that they were able to tell that kind of story, but basically using like the 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 C Squad. I mean, like, um,
Mhm.
they were all small characters from other projects. We didn't have a Tony or a Steve Rogers or a Thor. I mean, Bucky was the biggest
Oh,
star or the
yeah.
biggest the most important character up to that point, and even he in most of the projects was on the C team at best. So they were able
Yeah.
to still tell that story, but without having.
Oh, keep going, keep
Yeah,
going.
go ahead. No, I'm good.
No, 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 you can go because I was gonna say it. Yeah, it like have that C Squad, and it definitely felt like Avengers mixed in with the Suicide Squad, the first movie when they first came out, when nobody really didn't know about them, and they were just like,
Hmm.
"Oh, who is this C Squad team?" And now they're like really big. So yeah, it was definitely. I definitely agree with you. I like that they did it with the C Squad, not having the big hitters, because in a minute you're gonna have the big hitters. So you
Yeah,
know,
right. And is leading towards something bigger, but for
mhm.
for laying the groundwork, they did a real good job with the characters that they had. And I was trying to convince your mama of that too, because she don't want to see nothing that ain't got, Robert Downey Jr. as
How about
Tony.
Iron Man?
And I'm like, Dre, you got to get over that mess because
Mm-mm.
that ship has sailed. So,
Yeah.
come along with us.
Right,
But
that's what I'm saying. Come along with the new Marvel, and that's I like what you just said. Come along with us. That's where I feel like Marvel at right now. They're like, okay, yo, we gonna give you the big stuff, but come along with us. Let's start over again. Let's get back to where we need to be. Let's break it down. Let's get it done. Let's just have one movie once per year, or one movie. Just slow it down. One movie every 2 years or whatever, and not have so many shows. Let's just break it down back to the beginning where we used to be, where it was easy to follow Marvel.
yep, agreed.
But yeah, it was definitely good. I said this movie was definitely an 8 out of 10 for me. Um, if you want, we can get to the cons, pros and cons.
All right, well, another pro then. I actually love the characters.
Yeah,
And for me, the character who stood out the most and the actress Florence Pugh, she nailed this role, bro.
yes,
Um,
yes.
and it is funny because, when she was in Black Widow, she
Mhm,
just kind of had a, like I said before, she just kind of had a small role. I mean, not a small role, but she was not the key role in the movie. It was
mhm,
obviously Natasha, but she like nailed this role, dude. And she had a whole assortment of different range there. So she brought the drama, she brought
mhm.
the dry sense of humor,
Yep.
she brought the sarcasm. And if I'm being honest, man, like by the end of this movie, I actually liked her character more than I did Natasha's Black Widow.
Ooh, hot take, hot
Yeah.
take, hot
Mhm.
take. I actually agree with you. Yelena was the standout for me. She that and Red Guardian. She
Regarding
she was I don't know how Florence Pugh does this, but she did it in the last movie she was in. She's just so like she can just almost barely say her lines. It's like she can say some lines and be like and just like I don't really know how to describe it, but it just conveys so much like in lines, like you said, so many tones, so many ranges,
Yep.
and it's just she really killed it in this movie. And Red Guardian, I would say was my second being my second favorite. He was definitely like father figure to the whole team. I mean, not just Elena. Like, just come on, guys, let's do it. He had his jokes, of course, it's the Marvel way, but he did a really good job. The actor, I forgot his name. His name isn't David.
David Harbour.
David Harbour. He did a really amazing job with Red Guardian because it really felt like it just felt like a team again. Like I think that's what we've been missing in these Marvel movies. Just a team, a really good team with
Yep.
heart.
Yeah, and he was the one who who brought that sort of that levity and that lightheartedness to this
Mm-hmm.
real serious and messed up group of people.
Moments.
And
Yeah, yeah.
he was sort of comic relief in one sense, but he was also kind of the glue that kept everybody together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um
And
and and
so
and David Harbour, man, like
mhm.
between this and Stranger Things, like this dude can do no wrong either. He
He
got
can't in my eyes.
some,
He can't. He can't in my eyes. Now do you want to get to your cons? Because we've been praising the movie all the time, but I got some cons.
so I got one more pro though.
Okay.
One more pro that I haven't seen in a whole lot of Marvel movies as of late, especially in like phases 4 and 5. I
Mm-hmm.
like how they took a very basic story, but they're building towards something that's without it being too complicated. So they weren't,
Mm-hmm.
bringing in complex stuff like the multiverse and all this cosmic stuff. It was just a simple. I mean, their only real conflict was trying to save the city. It wasn't some intergalactic threat, coming from, you know, from Titan or whatever. It wasn't all this complicated stuff. But it was a simple premise, and we kind of feel like it's going to be building towards something
Mm-hmm.
easier and something that's easier to follow, and it doesn't take 15 different plot holes to
Yep.
kind of bring it all together. So I like how simplistic it was too. So that'll be my last pro.
Yeah. My last pro wheel, well, it was kind of echoing off of you. Just it's very, like I said, it's very simplistic. Like I said, they're bringing us along again. They're dumbing it down again. They're saying, forget all the multiverse stuff, forget all the Disney Plus shows, forget all the movies, a movie every couple months. Like, we're dumbing it down. We're gonna let you follow it, be able to follow it. We're giving you an appetizer, and we're gonna get you. It's gonna lead into the main course. So I really, really was. I'm excited that Marvel's getting back to that again.
Fair enough.
And it's not just a Harry Styles cameo or what else? Just a one-off thing that we will never ever see again. Well, Thor Ragnarok, not Ragnarok. It was the latest Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder, where I think they had like either Hercules or someone. I'm like, will we ever see these characters again? So it's like, it's just not wasted stuff. It's not wasted stuff. It's leading to something. Yeah,
Fair enough.
yes, sir.
All right, now I know you've been dying to get to the get to the cons.
I've been dying about it, but man, I'm thinking about it. I don't got a lot of cons. Like I was like, man, I feel like I got some cons. I got a whole bunch, but my biggest con is Bucky. I felt like it was like Marvel said, and I think he did a good job, Sebastian Stan. But I feel like Marvel said like, hmm, we gotta, yeah, we yeah, they know you, they know Yelena, they know Florence too, and all that stuff. They know David Harbour's right Guardian. But do they really know them? And do they know Ghosts? And then they definitely don't know Taskmaster. They don't, and I don't think they know Walker. That series has been over for 4 years now. Let's
Mhm.
let's just who do we have that's under contract still for one more movie? And I felt like Sebastian Stan was like, they were like, hey Sebastian, can you just come and do this movie real quick? Like it doesn't because I'm just like, I didn't understand why he was in the movie. Like I understand, like, yeah, he has some trauma. He's a Winter Soldier. He has so much stuff, but he got over that in the Winter Soldier. Like or the Winter Soldier series, he got over that. He had therapy. Like he's over that, and I don't understand because I was wondering because in the movie, sorry, spoiler, y'all. He's a congressman. And it's like I was wondering, was this in the latest Captain America movies? Then I was looking at it, I was like, no, it wasn't. So when did this happen? And how long has he been this? And why did we just go away from that so fast?
Yep.
So I was just like, I just felt like that was just he was just kind of shoot in there. They're like, yeah, throw him in there. And then I also didn't like how they did Taskmaster too. I don't understand why they did a false thing. I know Marvel does that, false trailers, but I don't understand why she was in this movie.
The hell.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so to your first point, yeah. Okay, so Sebastian Stan was just there.
Yeah.
And okay, now you know how I feel about Bucky. Like I don't think like they've been doing Bucky dirty ever since he got his brain, whatever the opposite of brainwashed, he got his brain descrambled or deprogrammed or whatever.
Mhm.
Because dude, as the Winter Soldier, was a complete badass.
Killed it. They nerfed him so bad, Andre. Oh my god. The Winter Soldier to me is the best Marvel movie I've ever seen. Like, it has to be up there. I mean, like, if you want to be technical and say Spider-Man No Way Home, I'll say that, but it's not, it's really nostalgia bait. I I that movie, when I saw it in theaters, I was like, man, this is Bucky's gonna be a problem. Like, I'm like, man, he's gonna be a problem. Then after he got, like you just said, after he got rejuvenated back, he's just like so mid now. He's just like he's just like, yeah, I got my apartment. I'm washing my arm in my dishwasher and cutting some stuff up, making some food. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, it's almost like the effect of the super soldier serum, you know, was mitigated once his mind was free. Which
Yeah,
is
it's like he lost all those powers.
and so yeah, you know how I feel about the whole Bucky thing. They just did him dirty. And yeah, I also agree with Taskmaster. And when I first saw Taskmaster, so the whole concept is that, this character is able to duplicate anybody's fighting styles,
Mm-hmm.
except for Deadpool for whatever reason, because I
Super
guess
sporadic.
Deadpool is so crazy and sporadic,
Yeah,
but
he's just sporadic.
we ain't seen none of that. I mean, and getting murked like that was a real turnoff to me.
They're doing the Taskmaster. I want, and I'm not trying to be like that. I'm not trying to be like this. Don't kill me, YouTube. I want a comic accurate Taskmaster. I want a guy that's like,
Yep.
man, he can go toe to toe with anybody except Deadpool. Anybody. He's gonna copy their fighting style. I want to see it in the movie. And they kind of did it in the Black Widow movie, last movie that she was in. But like, I want to see an actual comic accurate Taskmaster, and it can still be a girl. Like, I don't. There's no problem. A woman. I'm sorry. It can still be a woman, and there's no problem with that. I just want to see a comic accurate. So if they kill her off to be like, all right, well, we're gonna give you actual comic accurate Taskmaster, then yes. But I want to see that character in Marvel in the films.
Yeah, agreed.
Like I would love to see that character in like maybe Daredevil, like his street level, like Daredevil, maybe Spider Man movie, like just kind of like being like, man, like this guy is a assassin and he's high, he's a tough foe. Like he's a tough foe to beat. So I hope they do go through with just maybe getting a new Taskmaster and kind of saying, oh, that was just that she stole my name, like I'm a real Taskmaster kind of.
Yep.
But yeah, I just didn't like the way they did it though. So I agree with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not really my only cons though. Other than that, like this movie was really, really good. I don't know if I would see it again, but I definitely would if it's on. I'll watch it. I will be like, all right, let me watch this real quick. This is fun.
Yeah, I've already watched it for a second time. I didn't go to the movies to see it though.
Don't be telling yourself, Andre. It's YouTube. Don't be telling yourself.
Right? Are those the feds? Oh crap, the feds.
They're
I gotta go.
coming. Yeah.
But yeah, I watched it a second time just to kind of see if I missed anything. I don't think I did, but um, yeah, I mean, and my feelings are still pretty much the same. Now, I will say, and for y'all who haven't watched it yet, again, this is a spoiler, but but in the theater, so both me and William were doing cartwheels when the post the post credit scene led to the emergence of the Fantastic Four. What?
Yay, yeah.
I can't wait to see how the MCU do them because
Mhm.
Fantastic Four up to this point
Killed.
they've been getting dirty, though.
Dirty.
So I can't wait to see how the MCU is
It,
gonna fix it up.
yeah, I mean, I am so excited. I know if people were kind of like hesitant about the casting with Pedro Pascal and Joseph Love, Quinn. Um, but I definitely think they're going to do good. I think Marvel has it's now that it's in Marvel's hands, it's not in Fox. They're going to treat the Marvel's first families right, and I really think that it's going to be a really good film and really good. And I'm excited to see the film too itself, but see also what happens in the post credit scene
Yeah.
because if they are leading up to the lead this movie led us some Fantastic Four, what's going to happen next when they're going to lead up to? We might see a Doctor Doom cameo, so with RDJ. So I'm definitely, like Andre said, we're definitely excited to see how that film does because it does have a lot of writing on its shoulders. Like, yes, this movie's not Thunderbolts, New Avengers. I'm sorry, are not the it's not the one movie that's going to carry Marvel and push them back to stardom.
Oh
It's
no.
the Fantastic Four. It's literally the Fantastic Four. This summer, this if the Fantastic Four does good, this pushes them back up to me.
So this is so when you got a lawnmower and you
Mm-hmm.
haven't use it over the winter and your first time using it after a long cold winter, Thunderbolts was, you putting the gas in. But all the other stuff that you got to do to get that lawnmower started, it's gonna get rebooted with the Fantastic Four. That'll be what really makes this cinematic universe get the full restart that it deserves. But yeah, the Thunderbolts kind of ushered that in, but the Fantastic Four is what's going to bring it all in.
Yep. What it was like a Dwayne Wade pass off the backboard to Bron, slamming in. That's what Fantastic Four is. So yeah, I'm really excited about Fantastic Four. It's a lot of movies coming up in this summer. I will say this. I do think that uh it's definitely gonna fill that hole. Because I feel like it's been a hole
Mm.
right now with Marvel. Like just in like the cinematic universe that's not having almost like if you guys watch Deadpool, Wolverine, Anchor being. I feel like that whole was Iron Man, was the Avengers, like uh Steve Rogers and stuff like that, all those characters. And I feel like the Fantastic Four can definitely fill that hole and be like the kind of guys that we always it's safe. It's almost safe. Like we know Iron Man and Captain America is always gonna be safe. They'll always gonna be safe. I feel like Fantastic Four is gonna be one of those things like, oh, this is a safe bet.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, I can only imagine though just how much pressure, the writers like
They're sweating. They're sweating. Andre, they're
I would not want
sweating
that job.
their socks. They're like, my God, this is like game seven. This is game seven, and they're trying to get like a winning a game, a winning game, a winning shot here. You know, they're trying to do something to get back to where it needs to be, and that's a lot of pressure on the writers, man.
I would not want that job.
I wouldn't want it at all. Even if you pay me a whole bunch of money, the fate of Marvel in my hands. Oh no, 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 no.
No.
All one dude on Twitter gotta be like, honestly, Johnny Storm, his hair's actually not blonde, it's brown. Like that's all somebody gotta say, and now everybody's
It's a
like,
wrap.
yeah, yeah, I think that's it sucks. Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely gonna be a film. I'm very excited about it.
All right. So what would be your overall rating for Thunderbolts?
Like I said, 8 out of 10, a
Right.
strong 8 out of 10. And I think it's definitely going to. It was definitely a salad to the main course, so it's definitely going to be. It definitely was 8 out of 10 for me. I definitely will see it again though. I definitely will.
Yeah, yes. Salad to the main course is actually a much better analogy than gas to a lawnmower. So good
Yeah,
job.
but I
I don't know
think
what I
what
was
you were
talking
going.
about.
I think where you were going.
YouTube was like, dude, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, hey, they know what you're talking about. They know what you're talking about. A male audience probably, but
Yeah, I think I'll also give it an 8 out of 10, a pretty strong 8 out of 10. It was a good start to a reboot of the
very good start.
of the whole cinematic universe. So
Mhm.
so yeah, hey y'all, those are our thoughts. So hey, drop some comments. Let us know whether you agree or disagree with our takes. Let us know what you like about this movie. Is this the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe restoration? What do you think?
Mhm.
Let us know.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let us know. Don't forget to like, comment, and share and subscribe. Hit that bell for post notifications. Because I mean, the NBA's content and the Marvel content is going to get even crazier because there's so much stuff pumping out. So and then I don't know if we're going to do it. The NFL season is going to come back around soon, sooner or later too, as well.
Go Lions.
So we're really going to be excited about that.
But and since you brought it up, William, we will also be sure to, drop some reactions to our friends in DC. We haven't forgotten about y'all. We're gonna still give
We
y'all
have
love.
not.
Deadpool did throw a whole bunch of shade at y'all, but we
Mhm.
still love y'all. So
Love y'all.
we coming for you, when Superman come out. So I have confidence that you're gonna be able to deliver
That's a big movie too. That's a big pressure too.
right and trying to reboot the whole DCEU thing
Yeah.
too. We'll see so we're gonna give y'all some love too. So
James Gunn we trust. I guess that's what they say. But yeah,
I got some faith in him, dude.
I got some faith in him too. I got some faith in him. He'll do good. He can't do bad, right?
I don't think so. You can't
Uh,
really mess up Superman.
yeah, they're gonna clip this up so bad and be like, "What did you guys say?" He underperforms.
He gonna send us a cease and desist letter in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So that's what we got. So once again, thank you for watching, and be sure to stay engaged with us. Thank you for the viewership up to this point, and let's keep this thing going. So until next time, I'm Andre,
I'm Will.
and this is
Where there's a will.
There's a Dre.
All right. Peace, guys.
Holla.